Welcome to the show. I'm Jonathan, and today we talk about our closest visit to the sun. NASA, with another milestone for space exploration, just dropped the Parker Solar Probe into the sun's atmosphere. And by just dropped, I of course mean it was way back in 2018 when they launched it with the first pass into the atmosphere on April 28th, 2021. But you know what? Everything from the past couple years just all feels like it's mashed together. So I have no sense of time anymore. Anyway, NASA sent their probe out to visit our sun back in 2018, and throughout its time in space has made 5 flybys of Venus and reached a top speed of more than 360,000 miles per hour. So far, anyway. The plan for this probe is to make a total of 7 flybys of Venus to use its gravity in an assist to gain more speed and save fuel. At the end of its mission, it will have orbited the sun 24 times, getting closer and closer. It will reach the end of its mission in June of 2025, so we still have loads of new information to gather. But this episode is about what we have learned so far, and that's thanks to its dip into the sun's upper atmosphere. It was around 6.5 million miles out from the sun when it snuck in to the pseudo-streamer, which is that part of the sun you can see during a solar eclipse. This pseudo-streamer is actually a very calm, quiet section of the atmosphere where particles are slower. Normally, the spacecraft is being bombarded with fast-moving particles when traveling near the sun. But your question might be, why send this probe into the sun? Well, spoiler alert, we live in the sun's atmosphere, and much like your last relationship, the sun is unstable. Just saying. At any moment, it could blast out millions of tons of highly magnetized material that would destroy our navigation systems, dish out loads of radiation on astronauts, and cause massive blackouts to our electrical grids. We have been hit by solar flares in the past, but so far, we have been fine, for the most part. If the sun decides to launch something bigger than it has in recorded history, then we might be living out the rest of our days with Tom Hanks and Jeff. Which doesn't sound so bad, but have you seen the movie? So the more we can study, the better we can prepare for potential dangers. By the time Parker Solar Probe ends its journey, it will be closer than ever to our sun. In fact, it will be 7 times closer than anything we have ever sent out. Even though the Parker probe will be incredibly close, it's still going to be nearly 4 million miles away from it, which, what? It sounds so close, but also incredibly far away, right? I mean, to put that into perspective, Earth is 93 million miles. Parker, at this distance, will be reaching a top speed of around 430,000 miles per hour. It would allow you to travel from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. in 1 second. So, it's fast, but thanks to all of the people behind building this probe, it will be able to withstand temperatures as high as 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. It has solar shields that will face the sun to protect all of the data collecting bits inside, which will be reaching a cozy 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And maybe if I had one of those solar shields, I would actually go to the beach. I mean, the sun hates me. Well, what's the point of all of this, though? Well, it will help us learn a ton about solar activity and possibly predict potential dangers of space weather, like solar winds. Solar winds is a term brought to us by Eugene Parker, which the probe is named after. In the 1950s, Parker came up with several concepts about stars, including a theory that explained why the atmosphere of the sun was so hot. And actually, it's hotter than the surface of the sun itself. Parker, the probe, not the human, will change our understanding of the sun. As we learn more about it, we may be able to protect against future threats of solar winds that have the potential to wipe out all of our technology. By dipping our probe toes into the corona of the sun, we will be able to understand how the sun's corona is heated and how the solar wind is accelerated. Parker Solar Probe will completely alter our understanding of the origin and evolution of solar winds. So while we wait for those next few visits to the sun, watch this video for more fun facts about space. And as always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today?